And 3 wieners, guys.
That's the next big movie right there.
I was like, that sounds like the next like buddy comedy.
That's an average of 1.5 wieners per hand for people that don't know math.
There you go. Oh, that math. Only when it comes to penises is when he's good at math. Anything else, he don't know.
There's an episode of The Office where they're all in a work bus because the office is closed.
Yeah.
And Kevin can't do math is the joke because he's an accountant throughout the series. And then they present him a math problem to do with number of pies. And he rips off the answer off the top of his head. Mm-hmm. They ask him the same question, but with salads, and he can't figure out the numbers.
I've never watched The Office. I'll admit that.
I've watched an episode or two. I couldn't get through it, so I just didn't go through with it.
Listen, I love it. I understand it's not for everyone. I don't make the argument that by any means that it's the greatest show ever. That's for sure. You got to be into that kind of humor.
But it's one of those things that once you get going, it kind of just grows on you and gets you invested, and then you're like, "Fuck!" It's been 7 seasons.
It is one show I can say that got better consistently for 7 seasons.
Okay.
It's like 2.5 Men. Either you love it or you hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I love 2.5.
2.5 Men is great. Mm-hmm. I can watch the reruns all day.
See, I like the one with Charlie Sheen. Yes.
Yep.
Ashton Kutcher, not so much.
Exactly.
Great actor, funny actor. I want him in that 70s show, not 2.5 Men.
Yeah.
I still watched it.
I did too.
With him,
I did too, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't as funny. Like there was a reason why that show worked so well because he had Charlie Sheen for that show had like that edginess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did you ever watch Anger Management after he was?
I did.
A couple episodes I've seen of that.
That was
What's happening, Tricks?
Anger Management was good for the season or two. Well, they still had the same when Selma Blair was still there, and then they changed up like the rest of the cast, and it was weird.
Yep.
Brian Austin Green came on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, just shoveling my salad.
And then everyone learned he caught the HIV, and no one has seen him since.
He's chilling.
Which one was Brian Austin Green again?
From 90210.
That's right. That's right.
Yep, married to Megan Fox.
Was married to Megan Fox?
They have kids?
I don't even know.
I think they do.
They don't know. They do. They have at least 2.
But people, tonight they're reviewing Chef and Colombiana. Yes, we are.
We are.
And Chris, since this is your wheel, you're representing this wheel for us. Which one do you want to start with?
I say we start with Chef.
I'm fine with that.
All right.
You want me to just kick it off?
Yeah, early rate. Let's start just early rating, no reasons.
8.5. Sorry, I got the chickmunk thing going on right now.
Don't choke.
I don't think about my ratings before this, so I'm going off the top of my head. I'm going to go 7.
Okay.
I literally don't think about a rating until my face is on the screen.
I'm going to go 9
right
now. I'm going to go 9 right now.
I'm actually with you, Dadpool, with a 9 for this one.
Let's go.
I may end up going 8 by the time we're done talking about this. Like, it was a great movie. I really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like they could have done a little more deeper backstory in certain spots. I felt like a little bit of it was rushed. Maybe his relationship with his kid or what happened between him and Sofia Vergara, his ex-wife, which I don't know why you want to try for the life of me, your damnedest to make that work, but still.
Spanish women are crazy, no matter how beautiful they are.
Look how she manipulated him to Florida because the ex-husband was going to be there so that he can fucking try to pitch for a food truck that he wasn't even pitching for. The guy was just going to give it to him anyway.
This was also just Avengers. This was like Avengers food
Gwyneth,
edition.
Jesus, not Scarlet.
ScarJo.
Fuck, man.
Nacho, yeah.
Woo!
Five
Zach
calling
and
Sturdy
bullshit.
knows. Sturdy knows. He said, "Ooh."
Yeah, because this came out in 2017, so we're well into the Marvel cycle here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What came out in 2017?
Chef.
It wasn't
2014.
14. Yeah. I was like, wait a second.
No, was Colombiana 2017?
Hey girl.
2011.
Oh, wow. Okay, I don't know where I must have been looking at something else. So 2014, you're still you're still into the Marvel cycle here.
Yeah, it's post Avengers because Avengers came out 2012.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I imagine Robert Downey Jr. was doing this as a favor, probably, because he only has the one scene, and he was great in it. I loved it. That was hilarious. He goes in there. They have to wear booties on his shoes.
Yep,
He's talking about going back and forth between talking about carpet and his pregnant receptionist. He's like, best receptionist I ever had. On the other hand, I can't fucking trust her.
Yep.
Just came in here telling she's pregnant, and it's mine.
Clearly, she's a fucking liar because I just had my tubes tied 2 years ago.
He's
That was
his roles. It's perfect.
That was a great scene.
And it was enough. Like, you didn't need more. It would have been funny to have him in the movie, but you didn't need more of him in the movie.
No, I think the thing with his character is they turned the notch up on his character for that scene, and to have him there more than he was would have really been annoying.
Took it away.
actually.
Yeah.
I think he gets to play kind of a refined version of him at his lowest if he would have still been up in the game at that point, because he still plays that like douchebag kind of well, but at the same time he's even keel about it. You know what I mean? And then you get the Tony Stark, which is the eccentric billionaire, kind of has the same type of fucking ego or whatnot, but that's slightly different as well. So I just feel like he's really good at just manifesting and putting out that piece of him that made him be the person that was in the news articles back in the day. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh man, he lived that life that he's kind of trying to portray in this at least one scene. Yeah. This movie was really good. I thought it would be good going into it. I don't think John Farva. How do you say his last name? I say it a different way every time I try to say it. I don't really think he acts too much anymore. I think he just mainly directs.
Yeah.
But
I'm not mad at it.
No. But I remember like all the movies. Actually, was it him and who did he do? What was the like Vegas clubbing movie he did? Or something? Was that with Robert Downey Jr.?
Vince Vaughn. I think it was Vince Vaughn.
No, that was Vince Vaughn.
Is that like Singles or something like that?
Swingers.
Yeah, Swingers. Yes.
Okay. No, he's been a great actor too. Just all the way through up until he got more into directing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's clear in the scene where he just fucking goes off on the food critic in the restaurant. Like, holy shit.
I like that scene a lot. He was just going crazy, letting them have it. Letting know his true feelings, just letting it out there.
Where he's yelling, you're not going to fucking get to me. It's pretty clear he has.
Yeah.
And then it's online and calls the publicist. She's like, holy shit, I've never seen anything like this. Like, it's so bad. My favorite scene out of the whole movie is the scene when he's sitting down with his son and he's like, hey man, like these memories, this is kind of dope, you know, even though it's gonna end eventually, but like he gets to tell him like, you know, I'm passing this along and I want to share this with you type shit. And his son is kind of like, to me, it's literally like I saw his son get teary-eyed, I saw him start to get teary-eyed, and I was like, that part is not the acting, because that is him literally saying the same shit he's feeling in that moment, talking to his son about making the movie. Like, I'm so glad we got to share this experience together type shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was fucking dope. And then when Deadpool told me it was his son, all of a sudden I'm like, why is this kid so familiar? Was he the fucking kid that Robert Downey Jr. in Iron Man 3 gave the watch to and shit in the barn and all of that?
No.
It looked just like him to me.
I don't know I don't remember what the kid looked like. I've been meaning to go back and watch that though, but yeah, I don't know. The kid was awesome.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
He was
John
great.
Leguizamo was fucking. Dude, I love this movie. I can't stop laughing and chuckling throughout the entire length of this movie. And I don't know if it's just because I'm like, yo, this is like a family get together. This is like my cousins here. You know what I mean? Just being a fucking asshole. It's like, I fucking love John Leguizamo. I really do. The banter back and forth and shit. The way he was treating the kid and everything. Like, I fucking loved it. I loved it.
John Leguizamo is a weird actor to me. Like, there's nothing I've seen him in that I dislike him or anything like that. I've always liked him and stuff I like, but I'm thinking about it hard now, and I think it's because he always interacts great with whoever he's working with.
He's one of the greatest supporting actors, I think, of our time, and he's underrated by so much because everybody sees him and expects this high fucking standard of like acting or whatnot, I think, in a lot of the movies. But all of his movies are solid, man. Anything that he's a part of, it's usually pretty damn good, and it's usually because he had something to do with how his character portrayal was, to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he was really good. Honestly, I really enjoyed one of my favorite parts about this movie that really helped with the story was Jon Favreau learning about technology as it went along.
Yeah.
It was fucking hysterical. Him learning about Twitter and shit like that. That was
so real.
Yeah, that was great. Like, once I realized how crazy this cast was, like it was an Avengers reunion, then I got more into the story. Because it started with the rough restaurant review, fucking Dustin Hoffman, who I wasn't expecting to come in as the owner of the restaurant. I cracked up in the restaurant review when he finished it with talking about his dramatic weight gain and all the food that gets sent back to the kitchen.
I was
like,
dying.
Holy fuck.
Bro, every sentence all of a sudden it was like, and then people start dispersing and shit. I was like,
Yep.
That was a good scene where they're reading that. And then he comes back he's up all night, he's in the kitchen. John Leguizamo comes in and just at one point in the dialogue, he's like, yeah, man, fuck Twitter. And he's like, and Jon Favreau's like, I'm not on Twitter. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah, they avoided it like a plague.
He's like, oh, nothing. And then they just keep carrying on the conversation. Then the sous chef comes in, and starts talking about fuck Twitter too. He's like, what the fuck's on Twitter? I thought that was really good. And I like that they connected that to him becoming more emotionally connected to his son, because his son knows how to work Twitter.
Yeah.
And, ended up doing all the online promotion for the food truck once they got it going.
That was fucking dope marketing the kid was doing.
This literally gives you the blueprint of the technology age in growing a business, no matter what it is. This is how you do marketing, period, for anything that you want to grow, whether it's a quick pop-up shop or an established place that you're like, I'm in here for the long haul. This is how you do fucking marketing.
At the minimum, this is how you start out.
Yeah.
This is how you start to build your business. But I like that it was just a way for him. That's how he found his way to his son, essentially.
Yeah, they found something they're both kind of interested in, and kind of especially connecting with the food truck. They both love the food truck.
Well, at first, and now that I'm saying this, it didn't dawn on me till now. At first, it ruins his career, right? Online, Twitter, he sends what he thinks is a private message. It's out to everybody. Mm-hmm. So it's like his downfall, and then his son uses it to help connect to him and kind of bring him back once they start this food truck. And he bonds with his son over this. Yeah. And that culminates in the video, the 1 second a day video he watches at the end there.
Not only that, I mean, he ends up becoming a better chef overall because he's happy. He's happy again when he's cooking.
Oh yeah,
doing different food, like doing more of
banging Sofia Vergara.
Yeah, he gets back to that.
Apparently, he never stopped because of the whole question of like, did you fuck him around the same time you were fucking me too after we divorced and shit? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But she's good now. She got a house, a maid, the fucking kid, 2 ex-husbands that paying into her. Like,
No, she's about to get that one husband back.
she about to get that 80-year-old.
So, John, kudos to John. Well, there's no actual sex scene in this. They only implicate it with ScarJo. That afterwards he's up and making her dinner and stuff like that. But when your character in a movie has clearly implied that he has slept with Scarlett Johansson and Sofia Vergara, like, pretty good.
Hey, that's perks of being the writer, director, and producer.
That's true. It does it all.
And actor, sorry. And main attraction.
Does it all.
I really enjoy the vibe of this film. I really do. Like, I love the story of the parenting. I love the story of, the skill and the trade. Like, because it's one thing, people always want to pass down their business, but this is something different. It's not just about passing down the business. It's the skill that will always be used. And literally, you can never go hungry if you have this skill. Not that it's the analogy that people say, hey, if you have a trade, if you have this, that, and that, you'll always eat. That's not the same thing. This is literally, like he said, it's deep. To me, food and cooking is one of the deepest ways you can connect with people around you or people you love, because they know and can taste and can feel that attention to detail in your recipe and how you cooked it and if it's like on point and all that stuff. So for me, food and dinner time, it's a huge thing. So I fucking love this movie through and through.
I enjoy watching like chefs prepare food and stuff like that. I've never had a personal interest in myself to, study it or get super into things or anything like that, but I still enjoy seeing it. I like seeing what they do here and why and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's the scene in this movie where as soon as they start the food truck and they start serving sandwiches and Jon Favreau's son lets the one burn.
Yep.
And he's like, give it to him anyway. They're not paying. What difference does it make? And he pulls them outside of the truck and has the little monologue there where he's like, listen, I'm shitty at everything else in my life. Being a dad, being a husband. But this I'm good at. This I know. And, and the son sees that. And, I feel like that's where they really start to understand.
Yeah.
Or at least the son starts to understand what it's been like for his father.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now, do you really want to serve that sandwich? No.
Yep.
No chef.
No chef.
He gave him the authoritative title as well. He acknowledged him the way he should in the kitchen, So
that was a great scene. Oh, by the way, going back to when they were talking about fuck Twitter, and I wrote this one down because they started asking if pussy required a database, like what's on Twitter and stuff like that. I'm like, that's hilarious. One of the reasons that scene cracked me up. He's like, you need Twitter for pussy? It's like, pussy needs a database. I forgot how the dialogue went.
Yeah.
That was a good scene.
It was.
And then, of course, the tweet he sends out, you wouldn't know a good meal if it sat on your face. That was fucking hysterical.
Mm-hmm.
That what starts the beef with the food critic.
I think I'm wearing this Venom shirt. Oh, man.
Yeah.
But this is a really good movie. Like you were saying, good story. It made me, I was watching it high, and I was getting hungry as shit just watching this movie. I'm like, damn, this food looks so good. It makes you want to just grab into the screen and just try everything, including Sophia. But that's besides the point.
I mean, she's all right.
Yeah.
She's newly single.
That's true.
I like that John Leguizamo. He suggested putting speakers in the truck. And Jon Favreau is like, no. He's like, let me go get it painted. And then the next scene is it's all painted and it has the fucking speakers.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. That actually, I enjoyed that more than I thought I would. Oh, and the cop that comes along when they first set up shop and he wants to take all these pictures.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
That was a good scene. It was weird because I'm watching. So the last half hour of this movie is them taking the truck across from Miami to LA, basically. Mm-hmm. And I just I was enjoying it. It was working for the story, but I kept thinking, like, something's got to go off the rails a little bit here.
Well,
You know what I
like
mean?
when the food truck shit started happening.
Yeah, I felt like something. I don't know. I was just in the mind frame. I'm like, it can't be 20 minutes or a half hour of them just going across country and everything's going great. I felt like there had to be. They were going to throw in some kind of
Okay, some kind of wrench in the story.
Well,
some wrench in the story. They
they
did.
kind of tried to, just a little bit with the whole cop coming over or whatnot. Yeah, I mean that could have happened at every state where they were getting tickets for not having permits and all that, but then that becomes redundant. I mean, and it's got a Hollywood, it's got to move along because they even did it with the whole shit with John Leguizamo's character being like, "Oh, don't worry about it, I'll slap a new coat of paint on it." He comes back the next day, it's got chrome everywhere, new headlights, fucking new vinyl wrap. I'm like, who's your crew? Like, how many people you got working on this shit all through the night? Fucking 50, and they're stepping on each other. Come on now.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I don't. I just like from all the movie watching I've done in my life. I'm just thinking. I feel like it's story wise, something's coming to kind of throw
Yeah.
this off just a little bit.
Yeah,
There's some
But
kind of wrench in the plan.
it's nice that it
I'm
kind of.
not mad. I'm not mad that I didn't by any means, because it was still great to see them cross the country. The son posting all the videos, them learning about it, cornstarch and balls.
Bro, the fucking puppies, bro. I was fucking dead,
Oh, you
bro.
said
I
in the
was
morning you could dip your
dying
nuts in
on my
grease and fry
stream.
'em.
I was fucking dying. It's like,
That shit
hey,
was
you know the best part about using cornstarch in the morning? You can get up, dip them in some hot oil, and make some hush puppies. I was like, what the fuck?
Don't try that, people. I don't think that's safe or smart.
No, man, this was actually, yeah. I'm changing my rating to an 8, just like I thought. I thought I would by the time I started talking about it. I don't know why I started with the 7. This was like the writing was good. The cast was crazy for this kind of movie. This I don't know what the budget for this was, but it couldn't have been much on Hollywood standards.
Yeah,
I imagine because you have Scarlett Johansson, Robert Downey Jr., Dustin Hoffman. I imagine at least Scarlett Johansson and Robert Downey Jr. took a discount or partial favor because of all the Marvel connection and everything.
but were they really blowing up by this time in 2014?
Yeah,
This was after the first Avengers.
yeah, this was after
Okay,
that.
okay, all right.
Even John Leguizamo probably didn't make a whole lot off of this. I don't know the sous chef there. I don't know his
Tommy?
name, but yeah, I don't know the actor's name, but I know I've seen him in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I got you.
Sophia, but you're still talking Sophia Vergara. How much would
Yeah.
she normally make in like a real Hollywood big ass movie, as opposed to
Varies.
this has the cast of a Hollywood blockbuster, but it plays out like a more not totally independent, but somewhere in between.
Yeah,
It could be though. It could be.
Bobby Cannavale.
Okay.
Definitely seen him around a lot.
In fact, the scene where he's first introduced, John Favreau is running out to get his kid, and he wakes up and he sees him in his car, waking up from being hung over. He's like, he's like, you still smashed? No, chef, I'm good. He's like, that was good, right towards the beginning there.
Yep. Oh, what the hell was that movie? Oh, we had a couple weeks back, one of the movies we watched had a dude in it, and Sturdy was like, "Who the hell is that? What did we watch? Ninja Turtles or no? No, it was in the Mario movie. Was it the Mario movie? Fuck, you asked something about one of the dudes that was in it, and I just realized that he was in fucking Oh, it was just on the tip of my tongue.
You have me so lost, man.
No
Hold
idea.
on, I'll get back to it. Let me reconstruct my thought again.
Let him reconstruct his thought.
A little cornstarch on the balls, Mike.
Exactly. I gotta cool off. It's a little damp down there.
A little humid in here.
Sorry to hear that, my friend. I'm very sorry to hear that.
No, but I would, yeah, man. This was just a well-made, well-written movie.
Agreed.
It was enjoyable. It's a good watch.
Very good watch. A very good story.
Good story. I think again with my 8, I think maybe they could have done a little more with the backstory or him being a shittier dad, or they didn't really
Yeah.
touch on why him or Sofia Vergara got divorced too much. I don't know. But there's only so much you can do in an hour and 45 minutes to
Yep.
2 hours or whatever it is. So,
Mm.
rice and beans.
Looks like we're staying across the border for this one, guys.
Damn.
I feel like we've hit this wheel 10 times more than any other one, but yet there's still movies on it.
I mean, there's a reason the universe calls to us, you know.
What happens? Oh man.
Fuck was that thought, bro? Hold on. We were watching a movie. There was an actor in it, and you were like, "And who the hell is that guy?" And then I just realized he was in another movie that we watched a few weeks prior, like an '80s movie. Fuck, was it this blonde dude? Fuck.
Owen Wilson?
No.
I don't know what any of these are other than Frida.
That is.
Since there's only 4 left, you guys want to just do these the next 2 weeks and knock this wheel out?
I'm down with that.
All right.
Frida.
That a unibrow she's rocking?
I'm not gonna say that to her, Chris, because I don't know. She looks like she carries a blade with her, so I don't want to be disrespectful anyway.
Stupid.
If you want to do it,
I asked. I did not accuse.
I would suggest you don't.
I did not insinuate.
Okay. I'm just trying. I'm just trying to keep you safe, man. I'm just trying to keep you safe. You're my guy, you know.
DADPOOL gonna make it back?
I hope so.
Stand and Deliver. What was that?
Let's go, Deadpool. Stay with me.
Super Lopez?
I really don't know what this is.
No idea.
I think James picked this.
That son of a bitch.
He's not even gonna be here for it.
Hold on, let's
Rub it in his face.
fucking Super Lopez. That can't be anything racially sensitive.
It has to be.
I'm gonna make sure that's even available to watch before we do it. Oh, it's on Netflix. Okay.
Nice, nice.
I did not expect that to be even available.
Word. No, not 2023. Lord have mercy.
2023.
No, I said not 2023. I'm looking something up on the Super Mario Brothers movie. I think that's where that actor was that you were like, who the hell was this guy playing? I think it might have been the person that got turned into Goomba. That the machine got used on. The Evolved. But I was like, I know that actor from somewhere. You were like, who the hell was that guy even? And I was like, we watched a movie with this guy. And it just clicked in my brain. Now I need to figure out what that movie was and what his name is so I can tell you.
Right now, you're just saying a bunch of words right now.
Yeah, no idea.
It'll make sense.
It's not like we have a lot of options to choose from, so I'm sure it'll nail down real quick.
Dance with me and Stand and Delivers for the next week, and then we'll be done with the. So no wheel spin for 2 weeks, but that's okay.
All right.
It's okay.
Do we have another wheel to replace that one?
Not at the moment.
We need to get on that then.
Because there's I told my wife to give us for just their wheel that we gave for our significant others.
That's right. We got to bring that one back.
She gave me a bunch of picks, so I'll get them from her again.
I told Sarah to give me movies, and then she never did. So I got to remind her.
Yeah, but have her give me some movies. Chrissy Wissy.
That's right.
That's right.
We gonna get it on tonight.
Having fun.
So,
Colombiana.
Colombiana.
I was just about to say final thoughts on Chef.
I recommend it.
Always a good time.
Yes.
It's got enough. It's a nice little combination of drama, comedy, good story.
Delicious looking food. Like I'm telling you right now, I
You're
wish I
into
could
watching
reach into
food
the
get
TV
cooked.
and just eat. If I could reach into the TV and just eat, I would have. I'd pay for that.
It's an all-around good movie to watch.
Yeah, hell yeah. Nice family movie to watch, or watch it with the wife. Whoever. It's a good movie. It's definitely something. It's worth a watch for sure. It's definitely worth a watch.
Word.
And I give it a 9, so I'll even throw this on it and say I think it deserves every single approval.
Stamp of approval. There you go.
Shout out to Dad.
What more do people need to know?
There you go. There you go. So I guess we can go on to Colombiana and let's get into our ratings. No reasons, just get into the ratings.
8.5.
Huh?
8.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll give this one an 8.
I'll say an 8 as well.
This was pretty solid and entertaining the whole way through. I mean, it starts quick and it keeps going, which I liked. Zoe Saldana still smoking hot as always. Was this? I forgot what Dadpool said. Was this 20? Was this 2014?
One was
2011.
2011. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was pre-Guardians or not.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure. What? Let me check.
Was it pre-Guardians?
I think so. I don't know.
I was like, I think that's when I fell in love all over again. Let's see. That's what Guardians 1 was 14. So that was pre-Guardian.
Yeah.
What about the blue shit?
Avatar?
Yeah.
I don't count that as a movie.
I mean, technically it was. And she was in it.
She was in that?
She voices an animated character.
Close enough.
I mean, hey, she got paid for it.
James Cameron is a douchebag. Yeah, have you seen the meme where she's basically the billion-dollar actress between Avatar, Avengers, and something else?
Wow.
No.
Like she only stars in billion-dollar movies.
Hey, I mean, she's good at what she does.
She's great. I'm not saying that as a knock on her by any means. But
not at all, and not even just by looks. Like, yeah, she has the looks, but she can also act like that.
Yeah,
because there's
she's
plenty of
great.
movies
She's
watch
great in her roles.
See them looking great, but then the acting sucks. You're just like, oh my gosh, like this just ruined the whole damn scene. Yeah, she looks good, but just fucking have her stand in the corner.
Like, not to diverge too much, but there's a joke in the Barbie movie they make that's fantastic, where Margot Robbie, that plays Barbie, has a line where she's like really down, talks about not being enough, and then she specifically says a line somewhere along the lines of not being pretty enough, and then they have this overdub of like the director or someone involved in making the movie saying, note to movie makers, if you want to drive this point home, don't cast Margot Robbie.
Damn.
Like, that's one of the reasons the Barbie movie was so great, is because they knew how satirical it was. But yeah, Colombiana was great action movie.
Mm-hmm.
This was a first time watch for me.
Same here.
And I mean, I was, the drug trade, I was intrigued right from the beginning. As soon as they come to kill the father and his wife and the girls sitting at the table, the young Zoe Saldana as the kid, the guy's talking to her, wanted to know where the disc or whatever she has is, and then the scene cuts to her slowly reaching under the table, and then all of a sudden she pulls out the knife and
Stabs him right in his hand.
stabs him right in his hand.
And then later he
Because
shows it.
Oh yeah, it was great because that kid was just so fucking still the whole time that was going on.
Well, you might not know this about Spanish women, Chris, but they're basically born with those blades. As Chris, so it's just a natural reaction. That was all natural. That wasn't
So
actually.
are you guys on edge that you're going to get stabbed at some point, just like all the time?
I mean, it's the world we live in.
Sometimes, you know, depends on the week, you know.
Sometimes I'm worried about the opposite. You know what I mean? Am I gonna have to? No.
I'm with a small white woman, so I just get emotionally abused and yelled at, and I do fear for violence sometimes. But still, she broke me down spirit-wise, but I don't generally worried about getting stabbed.
That's good. What about poison, like your coffee or something?
I don't fear poison.
You don't fear it?
No.
See that? He's gonna wake up in the basement, tied to a chair. Watch.
Chris gets it. He knows how to stay useful just enough.
I'll paint the deck. Don't worry, I'll paint it.
Yeah, I do just enough. Try to keep the bar low.
See that?
It's horrible.
That's relationship advice.
That's how men get. Try to keep the bar low. That's the best relationship advice I can give. This way on the very few times you go above it, you get exceptional praise.
The thing that I'm laughing at is I can see you having children, giving them that. Like, listen, just listen. Your looks, you might as well just go low.
Just phone it in.
Do what you got to do. Yeah. Go low. Shoot low. If you get higher than this, I'll be impressed.
Shoot blanks.
All right, kid. You're either getting into sports, you're either going to be really good with robotics,
smart, something.
You better be fucking smart,
or you're going to have to be super funny.
Yeah, super funny, super smart, or hitting a home run every time you swing that goddamn bat. Because
yeah.
Oh man,
Colombiana. I like how she was trained from a child up to adult. Just how
as soon as she got to her, what I assume was her uncle's, was it her uncle? Right? Yeah. She goes and she says she wants to be a killer. Can you help? I'm like, she knew her path as soon as her parents got murdered, like what she wanted to do.
I was like, wow.
And then
he just pulls his gun out and just starts shooting. I'm like, this dude is what
holding her hand, just
that was a great scene where he forces her to choose between the gun and the backpack, saying, I can teach you to be a killer, but you'll be dead in 5 years. You need to learn from school. You need to learn. You need an education to survive.
For me to teach you, basically, what he was saying. And she got her education, and then he taught her how to survive and had her back. But that was just like, it was dope to see. None of it felt over the top for me as many parts as that should have. It didn't bother me. Like the scenes where she's climbing on the outside of the building, you're thinking that's over. I'm just like, it doesn't really bother me.
She was dope.
Cool.
No, that was the whole prison. Yeah, because it's like a 20-minute scene where she's trying to murder this guy in a prison cell. And just the intensity of everything she's doing. The fucking, where she sets up the spoon with the water drip in the electrical panel. Like, that's insane.
That was impressive.
The acrobatics of going through the vents, hanging on the wall. I get, I'm like, there's probably a little bit of this that is exaggerated, and where she's somehow able to climb up, almost just a solid brick wall. But still, that didn't take me out of it by any means.
No, it really didn't for me either, and it didn't bother. Like I said, it didn't bother me at all. It was just like it was cool. It was cool to me.
One of my favorite murders she does is where she goes to kill the fat rich guy. That's hanging out in his mansion that has the shark tank or whatever the hell it is in the floor. And that's how she gets in, by swimming in the shark tank. Like, that's great. Like, I should have seen that coming once they introduced the shark tank, and we knew that's where she was going. But I didn't.
Same here, man. Don't feel bad. Same here. I didn't even think about it until it happened. I was like, oh shit, they really went there with it. She's coming in here like this.
Like, they laid the groundwork, because the whole scene with introducing that guy starts out with the whore or the hooker, whatever you want to call her, just in her bathing suit, you know, on the floor, the glass floor, and he's like, "Yeah, drop of blood in there, and they'll be your best friend."
Yep, we're having one. Yeah, yep.
Like, they're not trying to foretell anything here at all.
Yeah, the kills in this, like the shit she was doing was real cool. It was dope. I was like, wow, she's good. And the part where she's talking to is he the governor or something? Or were the cops talking to her, and he's like, listen, this she needs you to do blah 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 blah. Then he's like, I have bulletproof glass up to blah 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 blah.
Oh,
the cop
sniper
a few steps back, she shoots through the window and shoots the picture. And he looks so fucking scared. He's like, all right, what do you need?
That was a great scene. Yeah, scaring the CIA agent with the.
And he's like,
CIA.
make sure you don't say anything to anybody.
I feel like the only thing that annoyed me slightly with the story in this movie, what I think is the most cliche part, is she shows up at the FBI agent's house, holds him at gunpoint. I'm like, that's pretty cliche. To try to get the cops' help to, have you achieve your ultimate goal.
Yeah.
I don't know at this point how you write something like that it doesn't come across that way.
Can you?
I don't know. That's why
I'm over here like,
Like, how do you, like, I don't know how, there's countless movies where the person out of vengeance ends up talking to one of the cops, and the cop kind of bends a little eventually at some scene.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I put some realism to it because, I mean, a lot of times.
I mean, yeah, she threatens his family and stuff like that, but this is still a little cliche. Cop help the bad guy in the view of the cops.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it was just one of those things where they tried to tie the story up. Like, hey, look, this is what we got. We got to tie this thing up, and here's how we'll end it. I don't know.
The fact that she shoots the guy above the shark tank and he just falls back into it, that was really cool.
Mm-hmm. Sharks just go right after him.
Yep.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that. And she's banging this guy and his stupid fucking friend that just takes his phone and sends this pic to some agent to run a background check.
Yeah.
Just ruins it all.
He really did. Which was just a weird thing to do. That's a nosy fucking friend right there. Like, you could say he really has your back, but that's just some nosy ass shit. Like, damn, you really fucking just go through my shit and do all this extra shit. Like, yeah, but you find out she's an assassin. She ain't killed me. Shit. Obviously, she ain't that bad of a person. She ain't got no beef for me. Now, if she comes after you, I ain't saying nothing. I ain't got shit. I don't know you. But it's like, damn. Mind your business, man. Just mind your business.
Yeah, and then, once her identity gets out there, you can kind of see the death of her uncle. And
oh, yeah, you already knew it. Once that happened.
Yeah.
Once that happened, you knew it was going to.
It's not, I mean, it was written pretty well. It flowed well. The pacing was good. Acting was good. Still holds up, even though it's from 2011. I mean,
no, 100%.
I even like the scene with the freaking what was it, a rocket launcher, the missile, whatever the fuck she had.
I was just gonna say I enjoyed the build up to that, because right before that rocket comes flying in, they're talking about how stealth she can be. You won't know she's there until after she kills you and stuff like that. You can expect expect the unexpected. Then all of a sudden, she makes it known by just firing a fucking rocket launcher and blowing shit up. Like she's not hiding at all. Like that was one of my favorite scenes, actually.
I was like, oh shit, and it worked.
Like the main guy hears something, so he sits up, and then it just shows this rocket coming in.
You know what I loved about that too is it showed how tough the main guy really is. He was the one that was like hiding, hey, get her. Everybody else is chasing that. Yo, get her. He's hiding everywhere he can. Like, this dude ain't as tough as he claims to be. He is not even close to as tough as he claims.
I mean, that's kind of usually the case, right?
No, I know. It's funny how they really portrayed it in this movie, though.
He's hiding in this little, cement cell behind a statue.
Mm-hmm.
Scary as shit, looking around, in there crying. I was like, oh man.
And then she is just going to town on everybody in there. Like when she shoots the gun up through the floor, that was a good one. Hiding under the floor.
She was a beast in this movie. I'm like, oh
yeah, man.
God.
She is on a murderous rampage, and it's great.
I'd feel safe with her. I'm like, yeah.
I'd feel safe in her arms.
Yeah, funny.
Yeah, that's my body. Who was that? That's my bodyguard.
The fight. Oh, Marco is the guy with the beard. Her fight with Marco in the bathroom was really good.
Appreciate you, Mick.
Yo.
What up, Mick?
Cheers, Mick.
By the way, you guys got to check out Mick at Night. We had the first episode with Mick last night. Had a fun time. There's going to be more episodes. And
Mick at Night, I like it.
He said the door's open. So, Chris, if you're ever open or if you're ever awake one of these nights, hop on with us. And just.
How late is Mick at Night?
This past one he did at 10 o'clock Friday night.
I could do Fridays.
It was fun.
It was a great conversation.
Yeah, it was fun. It was funny, informative, all that good shit.
Nice. Yeah, her fight with Marco I thought was really, really well done. Where she dismantles the gun before he can shoot it, and then shoves it in his neck. I'm like, that was awesome.
I was like, holy shit,
badass.
He just like
that is badass.
I love seeing action like that because it's better than seeing a gun being shot. Like it's boring after a while.
It does. What that's the thing about action. Like so much of it you've seen before at this point. When they can sneak something in that you're not used to seeing or haven't seen or something like that, that is what makes the fucking scene.
I mean, that's why I love the Raid 1 and 2 so much, is because the action is just, which we should review them one of these days on here. But the action in those two films is so... Yes, there is guns in there, but there's a lot of hand-to-hand combat. There's a lot of combat with just weapons, not the guns, but, swords and all that other shit. And it's just so fucking dope. I'm like, wow. Wow. So I can't wait to do those type of films.
It was good. And, of course, I enjoyed the main guy being eaten by dogs at the end, where he's yelling on the phone. He's like, I'll never be where you want me to be. And she's like, you are exactly where I want you to be, or something like that. And the dogs are in the van.
And she tells him to eat.
Yep, eat.
Oh. Got him.
They've got a lust for blood. I'm like, okay. A little...
Yeah, she was feeding them those raw steaks all the time.
Yep.
So.
Like, it works. It's okay. I think I would have... I don't know. I think there's better ways. I think there's better ways they could have taken him out.
Bomb in the van?
A bomb would have been too easy. But I think the dogs are more on the leaning towards the more unrealistic.
He could have got... I mean, he did have time to get out the van and just close the door and run. But he didn't.
So, but still, it works. Okay.
Didn't bother me too much, though.
No.
Bother me too much.
And
okay, my question to both of you is: would you watch either one of these movies again?
I would.
Which one or both?
I would watch. Actually, I'd watch Chef first before I watched Colombiana.
Same here. I'd definitely watch Chef again. And what's funny is I seen like maybe like the last half hour ish, maybe more or less. It was on late night on TV when I just put it on just to throw something on. I'm like, oh, this movie ain't bad. I would like to see the whole movie, and then boom, here it is. This was a good movie.
And of course, Zoe Saldana in her leotard there in the prison. That was nice.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
And I haven't heard that the Johnny Cash version of "Hurt" in a long time. At the end in there, that was great. She was a great song to wrap up the movie on. And I wasn't even annoyed that she called the pseudo boyfriend there at the end, and he's like, "I love you." I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You guys got
I mean,
oh, go ahead, Chris.
No. I was gonna say the same thing. The connection.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna ask you. So, what did you guys think the connection would be? Your perspectives.
See, I had a different
Marvel, all Marvel characters.
that works.
That does kind of work.
I was gonna say the alligators. Remember when the little boy was taking pictures of the alligator head with his father and Chef?
Was there an alligator head?
Yeah. There's not. He had an alligator head.
Okay.
Because he said something. He made some sort of joke about something. I forgot what he said about because I have no body. And anyway, and then in the other movie, Colombiana, Zoe's character, I forgot who she gives it to. I don't know if she was giving it to the dude she was messing with or somebody else. Maybe the dude she was messing with, but she gave him an alligator, a stuffed alligator.
Oh, yeah. That one I remember.
So, boom. That's my connection.
I just feel like these are both wholesome family movies. They're both wholesome family stories about trials and tribulations of family togetherness. And
I guess in different ways because it's families that just took different directions.
Yeah, one taught their kid how to be assassins, and the other one taught their kids how to be cooks, chefs that love fucking pastries in New Orleans and not the voodoo.
Something we didn't really talk about for Colombiana is her uncle, of course, takes her in, teaches her to be a killer, and then once he realizes she wanted to be a killer just to really get revenge on the people responsible for killing her parents. Is like, this is going to ruin us all, and I can't support this.
And you see what ended up happening.
Yep.
Overall. Which was just like, holy shit. You weren't surprised with that, though. You weren't surprised.
No.
It happened.
Colombiana's good, but there's nothing in it that surprises me, story or action-wise, really.
Same here.
Chef is a great, just fucking well-written and acted story.
And it's a fun movie too. Like it's something I know I can definitely throw on again if I'm watching it or just have it on as like background noise while I'm doing something else.
Chef,
it's a don't feel good movie.
It is. Chef is a great date movie.
It's a great movie. I'll say I'm gonna add on to it. Have some good food while you're watching that movie.
Oh yeah, the Chef is the perfect movie to pair with if you're making dinner for a date.
Try to make those foods like one of the meals from the movie.
That's if you're having a date night,
bro. I wanted a Cubano so bad all day, and then Danae gets home and is like, "Yo, we went to this restaurant. She got the Cubano and I got the pork chops." I'm like, "You got any of that Cubano left?"
Oh man,
it's fucking delicious.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna have to borrow that idea.
You want a great night? Cook your significant other a meal with some relative difficulty, and then watch Chef.
I would ask for her help,
especially you turn down the lights real low and you put
teamwork in dinner preparation.
Yep, boys to men.
There you go, boys to men, 100%. I'll even go all for one. Bring in the significant other as your sous chef for some lighthearted fun, and then enjoy your delicious dinner and watch Chef. There's your date night.
There you go. It's simple.
I want my foot rubbed.
And enjoy getting your peep wet.
What? Soggy peeps are not good. Believe me. I let them get a little crusty
afterwards.
What the fuck?
I missed it.
Oh my gosh, that took a turn, and then you two just kept going. I'm just like, oh shit, where's it going? I had nothing to do but laugh.
I don't know. I started that. Puerto Rican Chris took it further.
I'm mad at it. I just have to laugh.
How? You got to prove it.
I feel like crust is not a place you want to end up with.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. It seems like a good place to finish. That's what she said.
Yeah, I got nothing else to say about these.
That was a total Michael Scott moment too, bringing it full circle to The Office. Oh shit!
But yeah, check all of our links out there right here in the description. Check out Worst Damn Gamer. Check out Sourceman Bar. Check out Horror Research 30. Check out the Z Network. But we're gonna get on out of here, people, and we'll see you next week. 2 more Rice and Beans movies, actually, for the next 2 weeks. Thanks for popping by. Peace, peace, peace.
Well, how do kids do it these days? I don't even know.